Hi everybody, welcome back to Elder Scrolling Online. This is episode number 13, 1.6 Show and Tell. The name says it all, guys. We are going to give you guys a show and tell of 1.6 from the PTS tonight. We'll go over all the major key points. Keep in mind those show notes are a book, so we're not going over the entire thing. Just the major points that we can show you and talk about. So it's going to be a mix of showing you guys as well as talking about it, and our input, likes, not likes, things of that nature. I am Joe the Widget Wilson, and I am joined by my fellow co-hosts, Mr. Fred Werner, a.k.a. Baranon.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Hello, Joe. How's everything tonight?
Doing good. Nice day off.
Oh, well deserved. Back to work, that's the great thing.
Well, that's debatable, but it's money in the pocket. I am joined, as always, by Vince Robinson, a.k.a. Kareneth.
Hello, everyone. Hope you've been having a lot of fun. You know, Elder Scrolls Online here recently. We got a lot of material to cover tonight.
And in less than 4 weeks, I'm going to be hanging out with Mr. Vince.
That's right.
Get to pick on him in person.
Enjoy it.
All right, and I am joined, as always, by Justin Blatecki, a.k.a. Nivosi.
I can't wait for this to actually hit the live server.
Yeah,
This will be
it's
fun.
pretty cool. All right, guys, so we have a lot to talk about tonight. Obviously, we have all of 1.6. We're gonna talk about it a little bit, and then we're gonna go in and actually show you guys what is going on. Let me put the chat room over to the side here. All right, so 1.6 show notes, like I said, were a book. There are, it's massive, to say the least. There is a lot to talk about. And we're going to be showing you guys a lot of it too. We're already in game in the PTS in a group. We're going to get ourselves in trouble, steal, sell it, show you guys a new skill tree that just came out with this update, this patch, and a whole lot more. They even have the Crown Store for review. I know a lot of people have been really curious about the Crown Store prices, how it's going to look. So we're going to get right into the show and tell, guys. So here we are in game. Alright, so first of all, I want you guys, everybody, to notice the icon on the bottom right hand side of my screen. It's a sword with a little circle around it and a gold amount. That gold amount is my current bounty. That's how much I owe. A lot of money. I accidentally killed somebody in town.
Are you still a murderer?
I am.
Oh,
Couldn't help it. Well, she's alive again. I killed Seisana without meaning to. There is Fred was telling me there's a way you can turn off accidentally killing NPCs in town.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful about that.
Go to settings, gameplay, and prevent attacking innocents. Turn it on. And it will do that for you.
Oh yeah, right there. Cool.
Yeah, new setting. Yeah. And everybody will glow nice and goldy. Excuse me.
Now we've noticed a lot of little minor incremental changes. Like for instance, they did enhance the look of enchantments. They're a little bit more flashy than they used to be. They still are very temporary. They don't last very long. It's just a quick little flare up and it's gone. But it's still pretty cool. Alright guys, so the justice system, it works pretty simple. Go into sneak. There you go. And to avoid being detected. Now, there's a new option where you can actually pickpocket somebody when you get up behind them. Now, I've never been able to be fully hidden while pickpocketing, but when it brings up the chance, there is something I noticed, guys. Periodically, it'll give you like a base chance. Like right now, it says 30% for me to pickpocket Sabrine, okay? Every now and then, it'll go green, ding, and say 50%. Why is that? Is it because of where she's at?
It could be.
No, if you stay on the person for a longer period of time, I believe your odds improve.
No, it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
that. It'll
I
go
just
back
got
down.
something. It did it to me too. It said the same thing that you did.
Yeah.
It'll go
Right.
back
If
down.
you stay there and wait a little while, it will improve. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh,
Somebody's in trouble.
you're in trouble.
And that's what
Who's
happens
that?
when you
That's
get
Jeff?
caught.
Oh, Nagosi.
How come I am? I wasn't
Oh,
involved
she's
with
got her
that.
fists going. Look at that.
And the sad thing is, I got disreputable because I was standing next to him.
Oh no, you were near him.
Yep. And
Guilty by association here.
that's pretty funny.
And see, I was far enough away. I did not have any impact.
But while you were talking there, Joe, I was down doing the same thing and did the same exact thing. I got to the point where it gave me 50%, and I actually did
Yeah.
grab stolen items from her.
But there's something I noticed about it. It was when she moved her hands the odds changed. When she went up and scratched her face, they went back down 20%. When she brought her hand back
Uh-huh.
down to her side, it went back to 50%.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So there's little tells, huh?
Yeah. And there are ways you can improve your pickpocketing chance, and we'll get in that in a little bit,
Correct.
as
Yeah.
well as your sneaking abilities. And all the NPCs are murderable now.
Oh yeah.
And there's a dead NPC. And I was spotted, so I got to kill a few more. But the nice thing
Ooh, mass murderer.
is you can also loot some NPCs.
Oh,
There comes a guard.
uh-oh. Now we're
Here
going
comes
to
the
watch
fun
Joe
part of the
die.
justice system. Oh,
Well, we
getting
can try to help him,
killed.
but I don't think it's going to do us any good.
No.
I'm gonna be dead. Yeah, I'm dead. The guards are super elite and unkillable. But once you die, your penalty is broken. So I'd have to
You
pay
do notice
that.
that your bounty goes down in time.
Well, if the thing about that though, it goes down in time mostly if you go to the new areas, which is something else I want to bring up. There's new areas in each city. The Outlaws Refuge, and it's in every city, and you can see that it's a mark by like a half of a ninja star.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can see them all over the place. That's where the guard patrols don't go, and that's how you get into it. That's where the fences are. Fences are where you can sell your stolen goods.
And that's where I got to go. I got this thing I got to get rid of.
And I should probably
Let's
steal
try and get
something
over
so
to
I
the
can
fence.
sell something and show everybody what it looks like.
Yeah, let's head
We're
over.
going to need to avoid the guards.
But let me see here. Is person pickpocketable?
Oh, Navosi.
I was on a stealing rampage earlier when we were testing it out. I stole from a guard
You stole from a guard.
at 20% chance and succeeded.
Uh-oh, I got caught. I got to pay 89 gold and everything I've stolen to clear my bounty, or I can run away. Oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to pay. But I know what happens when I run away. Oh, good. I'm upstanding again.
Same here.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a pickpocket target that I can get away with. Without a guard sitting there looking at me. I didn't do it.
When you visit the shops and markets, be sure to tell them the Daggerfall
Oh,
guards.
crap. Oh,
Looks like
you're
it's,
in front of the guard.
It's up here over by the cliff. somewhere.
And I got
You're
caught.
brave.
Dang it.
Yeah, they got guards all over the place. Look at that. They got a guard right near the...
Yeah, there are guards everywhere.
Yeah, I was on a...
Sneak around them, though, if you're clever.
You can ask Justin. I managed to steal a fortune of stuff earlier.
When we're not alone, not online.
75% chance. There we go. See, I just stole from the guy. And I got
There it
a
is.
common buckle. So it's only worth 30. A lot of items I noticed are normally worth between 30 and 100. And if you get really lucky, it goes higher. But you can see now that there's a hand that shows it. A red hand with with a bag below it. That's showing stolen item. You cannot sell that to a normal vendor. It has to be sold to a fence. So that's what we're going to go do. We're going to go to the underground. I hear someone's horse in the background. Or horse, cat. And usually the
Oh, it's a
entrances...
really nice one here in Daggerfall.
Yeah, it is nice.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty large. Reminds you of the Thieves' Den in Riften from Skyrim.
Yeah. And you can always tell the Outlaw's Refuge by the mark on the door. And if you go in there, if you go down there, it actually decreases your wanted level quite a bit. Yeah,
Also run down there when you're being chased by guards.
there are penalties now, Genistar, and death is the worst penalty, and those guards will knock the snot out of you. Badly too.
Very quickly.
fairly quickly, no matter what level you are.
Alright, so this is the underground. The Thieves' Den. This is going to be where, like, I know the Thieves Guild's going to be really centralized in the near
Oh,
future. Finding myself a fence. And here we go, a fence. And from that point, I can sell all the goodies that I sold. Fences will also, you can pay your bounty to a fence as well. And I believe it's at a little bit reduced rate.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that I haven't
A bit
tested
of a
that.
savings.
But there's not much else down here other than fences, really. And a place for you to let your
I
wine
would
level go
assume that will
down.
be changing when they come out with Thieves Guild.
Oh yes, there'll be a lot
Oh.
more down there when Thieves Guild comes out.
Yeah.
Love the symbol though.
There is now breaking and entering. There are certain homes that are now owned, and those houses have locked doors with it'll prompt you to interact with it just like you do a chest. So you have to pick the lock. And
also
there are
find that there are new chests in many of these buildings, different looking chests that contain higher value items.
the safe boxes. I
Yep.
want to find one of those. They tend to be closely watched, but the reward is quite nice.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're watched by those indestructible guards.
Just got one from that guy.
I did my initial testing in Oridon, so I'm not sure where the safe boxes are located in Daggerfall. We could go looking for one. Did you try the bank?
No, I haven't been to the bank yet.
Yeah, let's take a
we'll
run
take a
over,
quick
see
look.
what they got.
So justice system is interesting. It's not 100% deployed yet. You know, there are no, there's no PvP element to it.
But there's
Can't
still,
actually be.
yeah. Keep in mind, Ben, though, the meat of it is in the game right now.
Correct.
The vast majority of it, and what they have in there is game changing.
Yeah.
Considering it's a big setup for the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood, and my game keeps on doing this, I'm gonna cry. I go 2 feet and it loads. 2 feet loads.
That's odd.
Because I have a lot of internet stuff going on right now with the show. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
loading out instead
I
of
don't see
lagging.
a safe box in the Daggerfall bank. There is one in the Oridon in the Volkel Guard bank. Oh, you know what? Probably in one of the locked houses.
Yeah, here we go. Here's a locked house. I just broke into the house.
Good job.
Dueling, no.
Career.
There is open world PvP though.
How do you mean?
I'm tempted to kill this person. Okay, sorry.
Wow.
I'm stealing here.
It didn't last long. Hey, we're hiding a lore book. Look at that.
I figured that'd be something decent in here if it was, look at that, 100 gold for that. And the items have changed that you can steal from.
You also can't randomly open up crates and stuff and think you'll be okay. You're stealing from those crates in town.
We'll alert you though. The good news is
Some
it will
are,
tell
some
you-
aren't, some aren't. You gotta
Yep.
watch what you're taking from. Some you have to look at what it says. So be very careful.
So I believe I just got away with murder.
Yeah, both of us. You notice we have no bounty
Yep, we just got away from it with murder and
because
theft.
no one witnessed the crime and lived to tell about it.
Hey, you're alive.
That's the way to do
There
it.
is open world PvP though. It's in a an entire city. It's an entire zone. Sorry, in the biggest zone in the game, Cyrodiil. I'm not stealing nothing.
I see nothing. I heard nothing.
See, I'm gonna be doing when this goes live. I'm gonna do what I did in Skyrim, and I'm gonna go make sure I steal every house in every city, just because I can. What do we got here, guys? There's
What's that?
Oh, the trapdoor. It's nothing. Oh, that's probably for a quest. I thought maybe we could have had something in there. I want to find one of those boxes.
I see a safe box in the temple. I don't see one.
Yeah, the new.
You know that with
Stuff.
1.6.1, they mentioned something. Let me see if I can find it while you guys are going around.
Oh, I should have looted the corpses of the people I killed. I forgot all about that.
All of this fun that they added to the game. This is only the justice system. This is only actually a part.
Yeah, right now
of
we
all
are
the-
only scratching the surface of what is
Mhm.
currently in game. You know what? I wonder if it's up in the castle.
Yep, there's probably a, and there's more than one safe box in the towns. Like in Oradon, I found multiple.
I'm gonna head over to the castle and see if I can find something.
The items were very interesting too. It was interesting just to see what items you would get. You know, it just didn't say like item you looted. You know, it had a nice description, and it was interesting to see what it was. Going upstairs in the castle.
Yeah, Jinstar, I'm
Yeah.
murderer.
There you go. If you're interested in hearing this, in 1.6.1, which they just put up, significantly reduced the values of green, blue, and purple quality stolen items, and the chance to find higher quality stolen items is now tied directly to the level of the area they are found in, meaning stealing from higher level content provides a significantly higher chance to find higher stolen goods. Trying to read where I saw that thing about the.
Yeah, they had to reduce the values a little bit because I got like 1,600 gold and
Oh, guys, you see the cuirasses now and the helms and everything? It's not just weapons that you can pick up.
Mm-hmm.
Voice steel cuirass too, nice. That's worth some change. Mind you, if you get stolen and you get caught, everything that I stole already would be taken from me.
I've been at my post for
Yes,
so long.
I had that happen to me just earlier.
there
Everything's
are
gone.
ways around that, such as selling your items at a fence. You know, as soon as you get them, if you can.
There's a lot of guards
That's
in this
the-
castle.
Yep.
So the books, guys, the ones for the different what can I think? For the different crafting styles,
Yep.
those are going to become more rare.
That's correct.
Oh, the motifs,
Motifs.
correct? Because it may become a little bit harder to obtain them.
Simple economics.
Yeah.
Head over to the church, see if there's anything in here.
Yeah, I'm in the inn. I'm going up to the top floor up there, see if there's any safe box in there.
What about the guild houses? Let's look at Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild.
It'd be nice to show what the safe boxes look like. I
Yeah.
don't see one.
Find one over there.
See, I should commit
I'm wondering
murder.
if it's because we are over level for the area. I wonder if it dynamically generates them or not.
And that's what I was thinking of from that statement about the higher level areas. Maybe we can go to Craglorn and look. Or
Yeah, I just went to Ordon previously, and I found there's one in the bank in Ordon in Volkel Guard, so we can always go there.
So if I pickpocket this priest, will I go to hell?
Of course. But do you care? You've done plenty already with that character. Well, not that one, but think of
Only
all
if
the
you would
murders
have killed him, I think
all
it would have been
all the
worse.
murders you've committed already.
Yeah, but they weren't witnessed.
Oh.
Oh, technicalities.
Yep. He saw them.
We all on the stream saw you kill
Yeah, I'm in
someone.
Ordon, Volkel Guard. I'm just going to double check to see if there is still a chest in the bank. If so,
They're probably just random
Agent
generated,
can
so
come here.
I doubt it has anything to do with our level, guys, honestly. The guards
Alright.
will kill you regardless of your level.
They're certainly capable of it. We know that.
Does it seem to be breaking up a little bit for anyone, or is it just my connection?
I think it's just yours because I haven't heard anything.
Well, regardless, there are safe boxes in the game now.
Yep. We're just not coming across any, which is typical.
We're just not lucky tonight.
So there are 3 stages of being a fugitive. There's disreputable. The guards will generally leave you alone unless you walk right up to them and say, "Here I am, turn me in." There's notorious. The guards will pursue you and enlist the help of other guards to catch you and extract the bounty. There's fugitive, where they pretty much just want to put a sword through your gut,
Been there,
And
done
they
that.
will.
and they will.
Yep. We've
And
all
they're very
been
hard
there.
to escape.
So that
Let's get
is
Sword to escape.
that's the basics of the justice system. You saw us break into a house. We committed murder. We pickpocketed. We stole. That is it. And you've also seen us get killed and had bounties extracted from each of us.
The things we do for our show.
I'm gonna go ahead and break into this house for the heck of it.
The twist to this will be when they
I'm in
actually
already.
add the player interaction, and if you witness something someone else is stealing, then you can. I would assume you could attack and kill them. PvP.
That was lacking. Okay, Fred.
I'm. Hi, how are you?
No witnesses. That's how I roll.
Well, I was trying to just be a thief, not a murderer.
All they had was a lore book. Shh.
I already took it. You gonna try and kill me now?
Nah, you're one of my partners. I don't touch my partners.
Yeah.
See, there was no bounty because there was no witnesses.
Nothing at all. And I got a wooden letter opener.
Yeah,
No,
all kinds of
well,
interesting things you get.
But I did get the lore book too.
Whatever your crimes, I regret to say that I must report you.
Oh, someone saw me enter this house. Dang it. I am definitely going to have to find a fence soon. I have
Well, you know
too
where the
many
fence is in
goodies.
this town. It's a long way
Oh,
from here.
another thing I want to mention to you guys. I've actually seen coins on a table that you could steal for direct gold.
Oh, that I haven't noticed.
Call me a thief, buddy. You did. Yeah, if you go to the inn, it was in the inn that I found it. I was just sneaking around and I found coins on the table. Oh, guys, I found a safe box.
Awesome.
Where is it at?
It's in a house that I broke into.
Oh, okay. We see where you're at.
I don't know if guards are after me now, but needless to say, I found a safe box, and I'm going to break into it.
I looted 2 safe boxes without having any bounty on myself, as long as no one sees you.
Oh, someone saw me entering his house.
Oh,
Apparently, it's a big
Maybe
bounty
gonna be-
for breaking
Oh,
and
this is a
entering.
beautiful house.
it is.
There's nobody in it.
Yep, there it is. It's
Ah, yes. Safe box.
Oh, that's worth 100 gold. I made 118 gold out of it.
So only one person can grab from it, too.
small steel.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff. I gotta try to get to a fence.
It's got a spool of fishing line.
Oh, good thing we're right next to a fence, too.
I got a Dremora Ragmuffin doll.
Oh boy, a child's drum.
It's worth 30 gold, and this fishing line's worth 30 gold.
It's pretty cool, the objects that they came up with.
Again, we're in a low-level area, Daggerfall, so that's why the values are most likely a bit lower in here than you would expect.
A guard had
This is
just
great
found. A guard just
Yeah.
saw me right when I went down the outlaw refugee. Brotherhood of
Are you
Thievery.
headed to the fence?
Yeah. I have a lot of gold. I have a lot of stuff worth of gold in on to sell, and I cannot talk tonight. It's really weird.
Uh-oh.
It's your normal self.
Shut up, Justin.
Uh-oh. I've been picked up.
You were
I
found.
wasn't spotted, so I've got no bounty.
Hey, I'm just gonna get rid of all the stuff on me.
They got me.
Now, there are ways to improve the sneaking, as Joe was hinting to,
Mm-hmm.
in both
Which
skill
we'll
one
get to.
and the system.
So I noticed that the white items that you can pick up are worth 30 gold. The greens are worth 100 gold. So I wonder what the blue and epic ones would be worth.
Blue was 300, or at least one of the blues that I sold earlier today was 300.
Well, I made 1,500 gold, and my bounty is 1142.
I don't
And the
mind.
fence
Wow.
just they asked for the same one.
Oh,
Yeah, that's just for breaking
So
and
you made a
entering.
profit.
Well, I made a profit.
Yeah, but you did still turn a profit.
That's interesting.
It's easy to turn profit with this system. It's nice. It's a nice way to make some
Yeah.
quick gold.
It's a fun way to do it.
Yeah, especially
too.
for newer characters to the game that can really use the gold. Newer players.
I got Gotten Gains 3 achievement. Oh, by the way, guys, when you first sell to when you sell a stolen item to my brain is shot. It's from the 30s. It's from 46 hours of work this week, I swear. From a fence, you unlock a new skill tree. I think
Or
it's
you
time
unlock
we.
it just by successfully pickpocketing someone.
Well,
Right.
for me, it did that from going to a fence, but. And as soon as my game decides to load, I'll show it to everybody.
It's under the world skill line. It's called Ledger Domain.
Yep.
Ow.
I'm going to spend my first point in it right now. Improved hiding.
Yep. Same here.
Reduce the stamina cost of sneaking by 10%.
And it actually goes up by how much you steal, so I'm going to go right into that. This is it
And
right here.
also,
I'm actually putting my second point into it. Your chance of successfully pickpocketing by 10%. Haha, score.
yeah. You also, well, that's good. The more points you get, you got all those skills. You got passive skills of light fingers and trafficking and locksmith and what have you. But I don't know if you guys also know, there's also a new achievement set for justice. If you look in
Yeah.
there, you see that you get sneaky housebreaker. There's 10
Yeah,
points
yeah.
for that. Purse
So-
snatching. There's 10 points there. Cut and run. There's 5 points. That's if you flee enough. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
So there's
Yeah.
this new
Earn
skill tree.
1,000 gold.
This new skill tree, it's improved hiding is your first one. It reduces the stamina cost of sneaking. You have light fingers, which increases your chance of successfully pickpocketing by 10%. Trafficker increases the amount of fence interactions you can use each day by 120% because you have a limited amount of times you can interact with a fence.
Yes,
Each
that
day.
makes it tricky. You have to make the decision. Do you go to the fence each time after you steal something so you don't risk losing it, or do you save up the items so you can get more items fenced per day?
Exactly. So, like what I did, I waited until I had no choice. I didn't want to risk all that gold being taken from me because I was stupid and got caught breaking into a house. Even though I was doing really good without getting caught at all. So, locksmith, which improves your chance of forcing locks by 10%, and you have reduced and kickback. It reduces your bounties. Reduces the bounties you willingly pay to guards and fences by 10%. And that also increases up to 40%. 40% for most of them is the maximum. Alright guys, let's talk about the next biggest thing that people were talking about. And how did I just... Oh, that wasn't me that attacked. It was Justin again. How come every time I see you, Justin, you're running from a guard?
Because I like taking things.
Every time I see Justin just running by and there's guards following him.
I know.
Stop, you!
Just wait till I actually have
Made you
quests to
think
deal
twice,
with
though,
this.
didn't it?
Yeah, Justin's gonna be all over the Thieves Guild when that comes out.
You'll be a charter member.
Yeah, probably.
He'll be the king eventually. Just like I'll be the head of the Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just hire me whenever you want something taken, and you just hire Joe whenever you want someone killed.
Works for me.
I'll go steal the Elder Scrolls from all the other Alliance. Joe will kill them all. And I'll do it all in this nice court jester costume.
Yeah, you make everybody smile just before you take from them, and nice.
Vanguard, still there.
Yeah, I'm like hellbent now on getting a blue item to sell. A stolen blue item. I've only managed to get a couple of greens and some whites. That guard's already been picked clean. Oh well. Anyway, so that, guys, is the justice system. It's pretty cool. I am very satisfied with it. It's very satisfying. It adds a lot more to the world.
It's a nice challenging system.
Alright, so guys, another thing I want to show everybody right now is the Crown Store. We've heard about it. So in March, when the game goes buy to play, they're going to open up the Crown Store. And it's going to give you these options. It's going to have bundles, consumables, costumes, mounts, and pets. And so you guys get a brief look at how much it's going to cost here, roughly. Like, if you don't have the Digital Imperial Edition upgrade, you can get it with crowns now. For 2,100 crowns, you can get the Imperial Horse, Pledge of Mara, the Imperial Race, and the Mud Crab. That's a really good deal. And then they have a starter pack for 1,500 gold, which gives you a horse, a dog pet, gives you potions, and then you have, of course, your consumables. Now, they already said that this will be less. These will be less effective than what players can craft in game. But
And
if
they
you're
are.
if you're stuck for it though and you need them, this is a good way to get them, including repair packs and soul gems. And you got your costumes. They're only showing us a small amount of them. The Royal Court Jester. Justin, you got that one? And of course, the mounts. Like, here's the Banded Gar. You can click on anything you want, and you can preview it, actually your character riding it. And the mount prices are fairly inexpensive. 1,300 to 900 gold. So 1 month from the subscription will get you 1,500 crowns, which will be more than enough to get any mount.
Yeah.
Have any of you noticed the
Good
difference
thing.
between the NPC AI that also adds a ton to the game? Coming out of the Justice System 1.6 makes the world feel so alive. Very much so.
On the Crown Store, I just wanted to add that, for instance, the Digital Imperial Edition upgrade is 2,100 crowns.
I did that.
In little over a month, you'll have enough crowns that you can actually get that without. If you just keep paying your sub like you are now, you'll have enough crowns, so you'll be able to upgrade to that for no additional cost. So that's a nice additional perk there. If you don't yet have the Imperial Edition, but you plan on maintaining a subscription, ESO Plus.
That is correct.
Yes.
So that is the Crown Store. What do you guys think of it? Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's too much?
I think it's actually pretty fair right now.
And don't forget, that's also where you go to get your DLCs.
Yeah, the
You don't see that
DLCs,
right now.
obviously this will change in time, but I think
Right.
it's extremely well done at this point.
Yep.
It's certainly not buy to win. The potions in there, not only are they weaker than I can create for the single effect, but they don't have, for instance, the potions I make usually have 3 effects on them. So the potions are far lower than what I can craft, and so it's not a threat to, to unbalance the game. They're fairly weak. Now one could say maybe the soul gems would be, but I don't know. I walk around with at least 100 soul gems at all time.
Yeah.
So, and repair kit, people don't use them that often. This is definitely, at least as it is right now, definitely not pay to win.
Right. Well,
It's-
you guys
that-
didn't give me the intelligent answer I was looking for. That is, we don't know if it's a fair deal because we don't know how much crowns are going to cost.
Well, we're assuming
Yeah.
on the basis of the fact that subs are going to be staying the same price that they are now.
Well, yeah, but we
Making
don't
that assumption.
know exactly. I mean, based on what we're getting, 1,500 crowns for $14.99 a month, you're looking at 100 crowns per dollar.
Right.
That's typical, I believe, of many MMOs
Yeah.
that have the in-game store.
So looking at the amount that Justin was writing is 1,300 crowns. You're looking at $13, and that goes for all characters, and it's for the life of your account. So it's not. I don't find that to be that bad. I think the consumables.
No, because the Palomino is $15, right?
Yeah.
It was $13. It was $12.99.
$13. Yeah, so it's in line with what it was.
Exactly.
Right, and I know that for me and the 3 guys here, we're going to stay subbed, so
Yep.
that's not going to be a big deal. And they're only showing us very little what's going to be in the Crown Store eventually. Before you know it, there's going to be pages and pages of stuff you can get.
Yeah,
That's-
obviously it will expand in time.
Well, yeah, that's going to be their moneymaker. All right, so we got into that. Now, another key thing I want to talk about, guys, is the champion points system, the champion system. It's a new progression and development system that is designed to allow even more choice in how you build your high-level characters. It's available once you hit Veteran 1 on one of your characters and one of your account, and provides significant enhancements to character development while you progress through veteran ranks. This is very true, and we're going to show these to you guys in just a second and talk to them about each one and the benefits of each one. Fred made a good point earlier when me and Justin were talking about it. I'll let him get to that point again later. And about how... Anyway, we'll talk about that in a second. So, the points are earned by gaining experience. Okay, any veteran rank character can earn champion points by doing anything in the game that generates experience. Questing, dungeons, Cyrodiil, trials, the arena... the list goes on. Killing monsters for fun and profit, blah, blah, blah. Now, there is a new mechanic in the game called Enlightenment. Enlightenment slowly accumulates on your account at a fixed rate, regardless of the character you are playing, as long as your account has at least one veteran character. Okay? Anything that normally awards experience will also give you bonus experience as long as you have not used up your Enlightenment. This only applies towards champion point progression. The bonus experience does not apply towards increasing your level, veteran rank, or improving any weapon skills. As experience is earned and bonus champion experience is applied, your Enlightenment will get used up. Once there is no more Enlightenment left, experience earned will count towards champion point progression at the normal rate. So basically it's more like a double XP for counting activity is what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yep, that's what I got out of it as well. It was just to help those who don't get to play as often as some others to give them a little bit of a bonus to help them keep up.
Which is something that's used in almost every MMO out there that I know of.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, any veteran rank character that logs in after the system goes live will get 5 champion points added to the account for each full veteran rank the character has achieved. Alright. One extremely important detail, only the conversation system will use 200,000 XP for one champion point. The data system goes live, conversion system, will use 200,000 XP for 1 champion point. The day the system goes live in update 6. This is not what it will take to earn a champion point while playing normal once the champion system is live. Alright guys, we're going to show you the constellation. There's a new tab on your top menu when you go into menus. Up there is champion. Welcome to the constellation tree. There are 3 different categories with 3 different trees in each category. You get points in different categories. As you can see, I have 24, 23, and 23. So the warrior's influence is what I have 24 points in. And then I have 23 in both the mage and the thief. So you have mage in blue, warrior, I don't know what color that is, and then thief in green. I don't see a difference between warrior and thief. I'm assuming there is a color difference though.
Oh, yeah, it's like an orange.
Yeah, it's orange.
So we're going to stop right at the top in the thief, which is the tower. As you can see, it gives you little stars in each place where you could put points into. Like bashing focus, and the top one, war mount, proves your mastery with mounts, removing all stamina costs outside of combat. Mara's gift looks cool, by the way, guys. When killed, heal an ally in 8-meter radius for 3,200 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
And you just hit the up and down arrow to apply points based off that system. So I have 23 points available for the thief area.
And you can spend those 23 points in any of those 3 thief constellations, not necessarily all in the tower.
Yes. And here's
Like any
the...
combination of those 3, yeah. However you want to spend them.
I'm actually going to spend some points in the lover tree here really quick.
If you look just above the lit up stars, you'll see the green stars. And those are automatically granted passives, like he was showing, like the Mara's gift. So once you've spent that many points, for instance, if you spend 10 points in the tower, you'll automatically unlock Ensnare. You don't even have to spend points in that.
And
So
after
it's
you...
important
Yeah.
to balance out where you're going to spend them to make sure you're going to get your passives that you want.
And like it shows right here, unlocks at the lover rank at 120. You have to put 100... Is that 120 points into it?
120, yeah, into
Yeah,
that.
when you spend 120 points on the combination of the tower,
The constellation.
Tumbling, Magician, Warlord, and Bash and Focus, you'll be able to get that war mount opened up.
Mhm.
So right now, like I, for example, have spent 15 points in the tower. So I have a snare unlocked. So that's happening for me.
Yeah, same here.
Well, I just unlocked... Oh, I didn't confirm points, that's why. Oops.
You should see that like briefly light up.
It should flare up a little bit.
Yeah, it should flare up, saying that you got that compared to the others.
Well, I unlocked Fortune Seeker, but it won't let me put points into it yet.
It's
You
automatic.
did what?
It's
Oh,
automatic.
it's automatic.
Oh, you don't put points into it. It just means it's a passive grant.
Got
You
it,
get
yep.
that because you spent more than 10 points in the bottom 4. You're only putting points in the 4 white ones. Magician, Warlord,
Yeah,
Tumbling, and Bathing Focus.
Well,
The green ones are
or
free.
the bottom.
Yep, got it. I see that now.
So you can put 100, say you put 100 in Magician and 20 in Warlord, then you could actually unlock the War Mount. Or, any combination.
Right. So long as you put 120 points in the tower.
Right, and it automatically lets you... So I got Fortune Seeker, so I get the amount of gold I now find is 50% more. Now I want Treasure
Okay.
Hunter.
Okay, yep.
But I'll have to eventually put 75 points into it.
Right. You need to get that much to get that. Yeah.
Yeah, for the Treasure Hunter, yep. So it will take time.
Yeah. That's the whole point. But that's what
Yep.
what your whatever your goal is to get if you want to get that.
And here's
And
the...
you can redistribute these points. You can reset all of your constellations in one fell swoop
Oh,
if
and
you need to.
anytime you want, you can redistribute the points. Yeah, that's free.
It's not free.
Oh,
It won't
really?
be
I'm
free
sorry.
when the game goes live.
Yep.
No.
If you click on it, it's going to cost you 100 gold right now. I don't know if that will increase or not as time goes on.
Oh,
But right
yeah,
now it's
I'm
100
lucky
gold.
because I did it once. Maybe I did it before I redistributed or something because I did it. It didn't charge me anything.
It may have just been so small you didn't notice.
Yeah.
Could be.
Because it says you'll be charged 100 gold when you commit your changes.
Okay, cool.
But that's the cool thing of these passives; they're automatically granted. You don't even have to spend
Yep.
points on those. So
Yeah.
you definitely
That's
look at the ones you want to get, plan them out, and then plan your point spend based on those passives. I would say.
Agreed. I'm actually doing critical strike stuff right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just got
And you
opportunist.
find all of these, no matter what kind of character you play, all of the 9 have a value to you in some way. So it's interesting to really look at every single one. You don't want to think, oh, I only want the ones that kind of portray the magic, or the only ones that kind of portray the stamina, or whatever. They each have some kind of value to you, everybody in some way. I've actually found value in all of them, and I'm a stamina build Dragon Knight as my main character.
Another thing I'd like to add is that if you put 1 point into many of these, you get diminishing returns as you put more and more points into them. The first point you put in them, you typically get an entire 1% bonus. Where, for instance, here, like I have elusive under the shadow, so I put 1 point in there. I got 1% a reduced duration of all snare, fear, and disorient effects. If I put a second point in, it only reduces it by 1.6%. So see, it goes from 1% to 0.6 and drops a little bit from there. So that first point is worthwhile to put into just about all these because you get a lot out of that first point.
Yeah.
if you can use it, yeah.
So, almost every what Fred said earlier to me was interesting. As he said, almost every skill tree has something for everybody.
Yeah, I'm in all the skill trees here, like with my Templar.
Like the ritual, I love that one. Now I put points in, I put all 15, I put, excuse 10. I put 10 in there with Mighty and Precise
Oh
Strike.
yeah, that is a good one for you.
But that opened up Opportunist for me, which increases the damage of my next physical attack by 50% after you interrupt a target, which, as a tank, I'm doing all the time.
It's automatic and it always occurs. It's not like a chance of it. It just
Yeah.
always occurs. Perfect Strike, Ritual rank 30. You get increase your weapon critical rating by 12%.
By 12%. Yep.
Exploiter at 75. And see, I'm not a melee warrior, but I took Thaumaturge in there because it increases my damage with poison, disease, and magic by 1.6%.
Right.
So
Same thing with the Aftermath.
for that.
Because I wanted Blade Expert, I put all my 13 points in that I had left, and I got Retaliation because, again, I increased the damage of my next attack by 30% after blocking a heavy attack. Got that for free. But in the same point, I increased my damage of light and heavy attacks with my two-handed and my one-handed by 6.3% by putting, what point I had left over. I could have put it in other stuff, but being a melee, that's very
Yeah,
important.
there's something for everyone. But
Yep.
like, for instance, my healer, my Templar is mainly a healer. So on the Apprentice, I put into Blessed. I put 18 points into there.
Right,
Ended up increasing the effectiveness of my healing by 7.5% in total.
right.
And it also unlocked Vengeance. So it guarantees my next spell will be a critical hit after I block 3 spells.
There you go.
So I noticed a pattern. The thief side of things is mostly like base stats,
Yes.
with other side things like horse stamina, things of that nature. When you go into the warrior, it's about defensive. A lot of it's defensive and some of it healing.
hmm
So a lot
And
of it's
health-
about
health
defensive
related,
based, yeah. When you go into the mage's influence, it's a lot about direct damage, weapon
hmm
based stuff.
And I think what'll happen too in the beginning, especially, just like people do with skills, and you go in, you set it, and then you have to go back and reset it. And especially now, even at 100 gold, what's the big deal? You could do that,
Mhm.
multiple times and find that right mix to where you get all those passives built up that light up the way you want.
So yeah, that was the champion system at a glance, guys. So you get to see the constellation and what it's going to do for you. Is there anything else that I missed about it?
No, I think you
think
did
so.
good. We got everything
You
in
covered the basics.
there. Yep.
It's a great system. I'm really enjoying it. And also remember, your alts get to take advantage of this as well, not just your main character.
All right, guys. We're already about an hour into the show.
I know, and we
Believe it or
got
not.
covered half of it.
And what we just shown you guys was the Thief and the Champion system. Now, I'm going to just skim over a couple more things. We're pretty much done showing you things in game for right now. Probably look for more next week, guys. Now, there's been a lot of rebalancing in game. They've changed a lot of like how health and stamina and magic, like the amount that you gain. Your health, you'll see your hit points from, instead of having like 3,000, you'll have more like 13,000 now. And they've also decreased the amount that stats the items will give you. So that was a bit of a nerf. So instead of giving you 50% more health, magic, or stamina, it's down to 10%. So items play a lot less of a role than they did before. Is what I'm kind of getting from that change.
Yeah.
Well, for example, what they're doing is they, instead of 20 health per level and 15 health per stat pick, you now get 156 health per level and 122 health per stat pick.
Mhm.
Yeah,
They changed
just-
how armor mitigation works.
yeah, that's cool.
Light armor now is light cloth. It used to be a lot more resilient than it used to be. That's why you had light armor tanks. Now it's really not going to be worth it, because light armor is now 1/4 as mitigation of an equivalent piece in heavy armor.
Thank God.
Medium is 3/4. So light armor did take a hit on that, which is, I think, is smart.
It's realistic.
Mhm. So you won't
Yeah,
have,
there were a lot of people running around with their tank with the light armor, so
that's not going to be viable anymore. If you have a
No.
full light armor tank, he's going to get whooped a lot, and your healer's going to cry. Don't do it.
Yep, don't do it.
I'm finding my character is still okay. You know, I am using light armor. It depends again on your play style, what you're trying to get out of it. Obviously, I couldn't be a main tank though. We're in the light armor.
Right. They did change how critical strike works, guys. Previously, each
Yeah.
10 points of these attributes for spell critical and critical strike would give you 1% chance to cause a critical hit to their target. This is no longer true. The amount of critical strike and spell critical required to get 1% increased chance to cause a critical hit now increases per level. Precise weapons that have a lower required level than the player character that owns it will provide less actual benefit. A critical hit still does 50% greater damage unless it's modified. You will now have a base critical hit chance of 10%.
Okay.
So they increased the base, but they reduced the
Your
other
gain.
bonuses to it.
Yeah, it's still kind of interestingly. I just don't get it all there yet, but we'll see.
It was all just a rebalancing, and they're testing this in the PTS. So please give them feedback. If you have comments on this.
Mm-hmm.
They
There
changed
are-
spells, like they changed the gate. The gate is much
Vin just roboted out and just froze. You guys see that?
Yeah. Anyway,
more useful scenarios. Yeah, just a lot of little changes like that.
They've made a ton of little changes. Way more than we can get into the show right now.
Yeah.
Way more. They did revise provisioning.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Lots of
great
improvement
changes.
there.
You're gonna love provisioning, folks.
So according to Fred, it's improved. There's one thing I wanted to look at, but I didn't get a chance. What's different about it, Fred?
Well, it's simpler. Everything is simpler. It's meat, fruit, vegetables, meat, health. I